on, ladies.
I'm Claire Marsh.
I'm Taylor Bieneman, and I'm Liz Perez, and today we're going to be talking about women's jobs and responsibilities during World War II. A few topics we are going to cover are society's thoughts, women's factory work, women on the home front, and spies.
Our guest stars today are Virginia Hall the spy, Mary Ann Thomas the factory worker, and a commercial star today is Rosie the Riveter.
Today Virginia's going to be talking about her experiences as a spy and how she fought against the Germans in a secret way. Mary Ann is going to be telling us about her experiences with factory work and how much they got paid.
Rosie is going to tell us her opinions about women working in factories and her spectacular commercial.
So today we hope that you will find all of this information educational and that it will help you during World War II tests. Please keep cell phones and iPads on silent during the presentation. Please and thanks. Enjoy.
We will start off the show today by welcoming our first guest star, Virginia Hall. How are you today, Virginia?
I'm doing well.
So tell us, was spy work hard?
Yes, very.
Why was it hard?
Well, spy work wasn't just fun and games. If you were a spy, you risked your life every day trying to find information about the Germans.
Wow, well that sounds dangerous.
It was.
Were you a good spy?
I wouldn't rank myself, but I guess you could say that.
So tell us more about yourself.
Well, I lived in France before Germany took over France in 1940.
Interesting.
One of the things I did as a spy was teach U.S. spies how to behave like French people. The second thing I did was gather news and information about the Germans.
Wow.
I know, right? And in 1944, the United States invaded France, which is where the Germans were.
So you made the invasion possible with all your work and help?
Yeah, but it wasn't all my work.
Did you have a code name as a spy?
Of course I did. It was Diane.
Did you like that code name?
I didn't know.
What is that pin on your shirt?
Oh, this is my Distinguished Service Cross. I was the only woman awarded it in World War II.
That's sweet. But now the question we're all wondering, what happened to your leg exactly?
Well, that's a funny story. When I was hunting one day, I accidentally shot myself in the leg. It had to be amputated and replaced by one prosthetic leg.
Whoa.
Whoa is right. Not trying to brag or anything, but the Germans knew I had this limp on my limb leg, and they still never found me.
Wow. I wish I could spend more time talking with you, Virginia. But that's all the time we have for today. Let's give one last applause to Virginia Hall. That was all very interesting. Now the next topic we're going to cover today is society's thoughts. Men thought totally different from women. Some thought that women should only have jobs that men didn't want. Some thought that women should give up their jobs so unemployed men could have a job, especially during the Great Depression. With men going to fight a worldwide war, women were called to take their places on a production line. Men's attitudes towards women in the workforce was one challenge to overcome. Women's own ideas to work outside the home would have to change too. Within a few decades, women in the workforce was a common sight. After the war, most women returned home and let go of their jobs. Their jobs belonged to men again. Women had proven that they can do a man's job. In this picture right here is two women working in a factory. And this is Rosie the Riveter. She's a factory worker. And this is woman all lined up against a jet. Speaking of factory work, after the commercial we will have Mary Ann Thomas talking about her experiences. But now in our commercial break. In the commercial you will see that our guest star today is Rosie the Riveter. She was not based on a real person, but she was an inspiration and a motivation to all women in America.
Hey girls, it's Rosie River here, and I'm just letting you know that we can do it too. Factory work is a lot harder than it looks. Men underestimate us. Everybody does. We can drive big trucks, we can carry heavy boxes, we can run big machines, but I guess we can't work in the military like the men. But girls, I'm just letting you know we can do it too.
That was a wonderful commercial by Rosie. Now to our second guest star on the show today, Mary Ann Thomas. How are you doing today, Mary Ann?
Good.
That's good. So what did you do before World War II?
Women did not work outside the home, so they were expected to be a mother and a wife.
What were women's jobs they did work outside of the home?
Well, if women worked outside the home, they would usually work as nurses and teachers, and they sometimes worked in family farms.
Interesting. What happened when the war started?
Well, the war changed everything. Many men had to go to war, so the United States government had asked women to work.
Wow. Did women work in the Army or Navy?
Yes, women could serve in the Army and the Navy.
What was their job in the Army or Navy?
Women did not fight. They did jobs away from fighting, such as moving supplies, directing traffic, and building trucks.
Well, that's all very interesting, but can you tell us more about factory work?
Of course, factory owners did not want to hire women. They thought women were not smart or tough enough. That factories needed workers, so they soon rushed to hire women.
Wow, go on.
When women worked in factories, they helped with the war effort.
Sweet. How did you help? What did you build?
Well, we helped because men were going to do these jobs, so if no one did them, they wouldn't have the tools we built for them. We built planes, ships, guns, and other weapons.
Now let's talk about money. How much did you get paid?
Well, before the war, a woman might have worked as a waitress and make $14 a week. But during the war, a woman could get a factory job and get paid $40 a week.
Wow, that was all very interesting. I wish I had more time to talk to you. That's all the time that we have for today.
Thanks for having me on the show.
No problem. Now let's give one last applause to Mary Ann Thomas. The next topic we're going to cover is women on the home front. Women struggle on the home front. Women had to wait a lot during World War II. They waited for husbands, sons, fathers, and etc. to return home. A lot of family members died. Home front means work at home. Women waited for news about the war in the United States to let people know when someone was hurt or killed. People always feared of getting a telegram. A telegram informed them of a wounded soldier or death. A telegram is a brief message. Families were proud of the men that went overseas. People hung stars in their windows. A blue star meant that someone served in the Army or Navy. A gold star meant that a relative died in the war. And this is Mrs. Sullivan. She received a telegram of her 5 sons that had died. And this is the gold star they put in the window, and right there is the one with the blue stars. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that's all we have planned for our show today. Thanks for watching. We now hope that you see that women are a big part of World War II history because they made a lot of things possible.
Virginia Hall is a big part of history because she risked her life every day trying to find information about the Germans. Mary Ann Thomas took her time to work in a dangerous factory.
Rosie the Riveter wasn't a real person, but she motivated women all around America to work harder.
Society didn't think that women should work in factories and help in the war because they thought they weren't strong or tough enough. But women proved them wrong. Women in the home front had to wait a lot for family members to return home, so they would be together as a family, but sometimes they didn't always return home.
We hope that you enjoyed our interview and commercial, and we hope that it'll help you on your World War II test.
All 3 of us had a fun time putting this presentation together and presenting it. Just let us know if you have any questions, and thanks for watching.